like Brian was saying, it's too big of a gap. So to be a good dummy man, to be a good partner, you need to start with a square stance. And now I'm just going to shuffle, and our setup is just a chop. It's for him to be a good partner, he's going to post on my shoulder. So he posts on my shoulder, I chop the form. Like Coach was saying, it's not this wind up where the referee's going to be like, what's he doing? All I do is I just chop him at the wrist. He's strongest way up here. It's hard for me to get him off me way up here, but it's much easier by his wrist. He's weaker out there. So if he posts on my shoulder and I want to shoot to this leg, I chop at the wrist, I shoot in, my head is driving backwards. Everybody see my hands, this outside hand, inside between the legs, outside hand is on top. I do like this butterfly grip, sort of to make it redundant right here. I don't lock with my fingers like this. It's too weak. That relies too much on muscle strength. Here, I'm just sort of wrapping my hands like this. It's only temporary. It's just to secure the single leg. And as I drive him backwards, like Coach said, I want to get him off balance, hopping. And all I'm going to do is step back. Where is it? Step back. Reach down. Grab his heel and lift up. Okay? Everybody see that? So I got this tucked, his ankle tucked in my armpit. Way up here, thumbs up sign. I don't want my arm down. My thumb's down, he can get his leg down. His leg's stronger than my arm. Thumbs up sign, I'm in good shape here. And now our first finish, all we're going to do, grab the inside of the knee, block, heel block, okay? Inside of the knee, block the heel, and down. And he's a good partner, he's going to roll to his belly, and I'm going to cover him. Alright? He doesn't want to get pinned, I want to get my 2 points. Other side. Come on over here. He's in a square stance, he posts the other side. I chop at the wrist. So this is all this is, a chop, high level single. Chop, step, outside hand locks, drive my head. Right here. My head is doing most of the work. If I have it down here, I'm in a terrible position to win the match. If I have it on the outside, right here, he can kick me through, sit me out, all sorts of stuff. So here, I had right in the center, I'm pinching with my knees. I didn't mention that. I'm pinching with my knees like this so his foot can't wiggle away. And I got this butterfly grip, that outside hand is on top. This is really strong. I had one of my coaches in college, the national champ for West Virginia, Dean Morrison. When he grabbed your leg on a single leg, it felt like he was going to break your femur, your big leg bone here. He put his shoulder on your thigh, and he brought his hands up towards the shoulder like a nutcracker. Right here, between my forearm and my bicep. That gets really tight. Right here, you guys can see, it hurts. So I need to squeeze that leg so he can't jump away. Some of you guys have been wrestling on him. Guy's going to fight you in this position. So we're trying to put you in a perfect position to score. So he posts on my shoulder, chop, level change, step toe to toe, head is up, hit him in the chest, outside hand locks, right here. Head in the chest, knees pinching. I'm still in a stance too. Got my butterfly grip, the outside hand's on top, and I'm squeezing real tight. As I drive into him, he starts to lose balance. I'm going to step back with my back leg, so that way I can switch my hands and grab the ankle. So I get him off balance. He stays up. Here, the thumbs up position. You get it way up in my armpit. Thumb way up. Okay? My thumb's down, I'm weak. Thumb up. And the first finish is casually. I pose for pictures, pose for your mom in the crowd. Grab the thigh, block the heel, and just circle them over that heel. It doesn't make sense to go forward because my block is here. You guys have tripped people when you're 5 years old in the playground. Trip. Pull the guy over the trip. Here, pull over the trip. He goes down, rolls to his belly, I cover for 2. He's a good partner, he doesn't want to get pinned. I want to get 2. Okay? You guys want to see it again? Yes. Okay, one more time. Brian, come on out here for a second. I want him to see it too. So Brian's good stance, square stance, because I think too often it's confusing you guys. Right now I could shoot on whatever leg I want, double leg, single leg. He's in a good defensive stance. Here, Brian posts on my shoulder. I'm just going to chop. If I chop him up here, he's too strong. If I chop up here, Brian can hold on to me. If I chop towards the wrist, he's weaker. Chop. Brian does the same thing to me. Right there. I can't hold on to him. If he chops up by my bicep, it hurts. It bothers me. I'm like, why are you doing that? But he can get me off at the wrist. Okay? He can get me off. He can chop that arm, and it's got to be at the wrist. Boom. So Brian posts. I chop. We're not touching our knees. I'm never going to the mat on this. High level chop single. Chop, step, right here. Go nice and slow for you guys. Heads in the chest. Brian's being a good partner by staying on his feet. He's already put the whizzer in. The whizzer is an overhook on the side that I got single leg. Right here, all I did, my outside hand is going to lock on top, and I call it a butterfly grip. Here, butterfly. My knees are bent, and I'm pinching with my knees because I don't want him to squirm away. Right here. My head's in his chest. I'm ready to go. In a match, I'm never doing all these little steps really slow. I want to finish strong and quick. But I'm showing you guys, here, I'm pinching his thigh between my shoulder and my forearm like a nutcracker. And if we had this guy, Coach Morrison, would try to break that leg of yours. You would want to go to the mat, give him the two. Right here, and then he'd drive it back, grab the heel, thumb up, high in the arm. The higher the better. Down here, it's relaxing for Brian. Brian can stay on his feet all day. He's a good athlete. He can bounce around. You'll see guys bouncing around. Make it hard on him. Make it hard on him. Get it way up in the armpit. Thumbs up. Now it's hard. Now it's difficult. Grab inside of the thigh and trip. He goes down, goes to his belly, and hit the cover two. He goes down first, then you cover. Don't go to the mat before your opponent does. Okay? Some basic principles, but I know that we have different levels of experience. Everybody see it? All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3.